Good morning and welcome to the Frontiers of Knowledge segment of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. Every day we are bombarded with new nuggets of knowledge, and the frontiers of knowledge are ever expanding. Biology, the science of the human body and the animal body. Biology, the study of our very existence, has got a new tool. And the new tool is Blobology. From blob and biology added together comes Blobology. Blobology is, what is it? What's a blob? We know that, all of us. But how is this Blobology revolutionizing biology? Till now what has happened is that the pictures taken of the animal bodies or the human bodies are basically at times two-dimensional, mostly, and sometimes 3D, three-dimensional. But the moment they're three-dimensional, they become indistinct. So, the detailed videos from advanced microscope are sparking this revolution. And not only that, what's happening is that this revolution is creating videos of human and animal life, inner working, that within the cell, human cell, you can have a picture. But what is inside the cell, you have got to dissect it to know. So with the Blobology, what they have done is they are able to take detailed pictures, distinct pictures, three-dimensional pictures of inside the cell. And the new view inside the body accelerates more effective drugs, especially for dementia and infection. Let's not forget that dementia and Alzheimer are the biggest problems facing us, and there's no treatment at all. They are able to give some palliative relief, but the recovery has not been there. And now, according to Dr. Peter Rosenthal of the Francis Crick Institute, London, this new technology, which will give the picture of the cell, whether it's a brain cell or a cell of a human body, whether it's a nerve cell or a muscle cell or a blood cell, would give new images, three-dimensional, and that would be a godsend to the patient. Now, this technique is also called cryo-electronic microscopy. And it has not been in existence for a long time, because when this cryo microscopy was used earlier, and it has been used for about 5 years, the images were just blobs. They were not detailed. People couldn't see them. They were two-dimensional and just blobs. And you couldn't find anything. But in 2017, the scientists overcame and they got the Nobel Prize for that. The perfect storm of improvement. So Blobology is now become ultra high dimension, high definition 3D videology. And this gives a new shape to biology, understanding of the human body, animal body, and like that. And this nugget of information would enable the researchers to find absolutely cell-oriented treatment. So you're from diabetes, the pancreatic cell would be attacked instead of injecting insulin. Maybe gene editing goes along with that, but whatever it is, it is a major improvement. And no, I just refer to gene editing. For the first time, scientists have developed in the University of Georgia gene-edited lizards, very tiny robotic lizards, very tiny. And why? These lizards, which are gene-edited, so they are robotic, but they have been gene-edited with the human genes in the shape of a lizard. And they can slither inside the brain. Now, you remember there was a time when people like Aristotle and others, Shruta in India, they used to treat patients with the help of lizards. And a variety of lizards was also used to suck blood, leeches, to treat. Now, they say that if they could suck blood and treat, why can't we have the lizards penetrate the brain, find out what really is wrong, and that robot transmits all the information that the person can be great. And how did this idea come to the university researchers? They were in Caribbean, and in Caribbean there are more than 150 new species which have evolved from lizards. And they are brown, tiny, no bigger than a finger's length. So they were amazed that this gray, brown, green island, which gives birth to this huge variety of lizards, what's the reason thereof? So they're starting study. And then the Georgia University created the world's first gene-edited lizard. Now let's be very clear. There have been gene-edited sheep, there have been gene-edited other things, but lizards were the most difficult to be edited because they are single cell. Now, here is where I connect blobology with a lizard creation, because these lizards are gene edited and they can slither into brain to take the three-dimensional picture of the brain cell and transmit it back. So these gene edited lizards would enable blobology to create further benefit to the society. And when we are talking of the medical science, can you believe that Harriet Ward University in Scotland has developed sensors? Now, what these sensors do, these sensors are placed under the bandages and they start talking to the doctor. Talking in the sense, in their own term, I'm saying talking, but then they transmit messages on whether the wound is healing or not. These sensors transmit waves through the patient's skin, and doctor can gauge the strength of the healing tissue by measuring the time it takes for the sound waves to complete their journey. So a small sound wave starts on that, and how many milliseconds it takes. And the doctor doesn't even have to look at the wound. He doesn't have to remove the bandage, because every time you remove the bandage, the scab of the wound might be removed and the process of healing might be delayed. So this Harriet Ward University in Scotland have developed these sensors which helps wound heal by listening to them. This would enable aiding the healing process, reducing it, and the result would be saving time and money. Patient doesn't have to go to the hospital and a doctor. The doctor can hear the sound wave on his computer when that robot or that sensor sends that message. So you are saving in time, saving in money, and saving the unnecessary expenditure as well on the collateral things like traveling and things like that. And we were talking about robots. Can't believe what these people are doing. You are walking, you are running, And now an engineering team from Harvard has developed a robotic suit which you wear, and your ability to run and to walk faster is there. This robotic exosuit boosts your ability to walk and run. And this article, this research was published, I think, on last weekend in the Science Journal. And this suit is made from a soft textile and weighs 11 pounds. That's it. It's equipped with sensors that detect whether a person is walking and running, and then responds with appropriate boost via electric motors and cables. The technology makes people feel 16.3 pounds lighter while walking and 12.6 pounds lighter when running. So when you're carrying less weight of your body, you'll run faster. Now, what's going to be the benefit of this? A, the soldiers can run in the wartime much faster and their burden is decreased. Second, rescue workers. There's a natural disaster. There might be the mine. You have to run. You have to walk fast. You can't just walk leisurely. So with this, you can run and walk and save human lives faster. Then, more important, people suffering from disabilities from walking. For them, it becomes much more easier to walk and run much more effectively. They say that these, when they make you feel lighter, once you walk much more easily. So this robotic suit is a great thing. And who knows what further things can be done. This is, as I said, electric motors and sensors. Maybe they can be manipulated further for the benefits. And now one warning which has come up from the University of East Anglia. What's happening is that the people suffering from type 2 diabetes normally take fish oil pills. And most of the doctors also recommend it. They say that this enables you to have more of omega-3, which is a part of the healthy diet, and aids and assists the body to react to insulin. This study says that they have reviewed 80 studies, and they have found that taking fish oil doesn't help at all. Rather, it can be harmful. It's a wastage of money, an unnecessary burden on the human digestive system. Wow. They say omega-3 is okay, but when you take oil, if you take it in fish, it's in a natural, limited quantity which your body can absorb. When you take a capsule or a spoonful of oil, it's more than what your body can absorb, and it goes waste. And sometimes oil alone, without the aid of the cells which enable the oil to be digested, this oil can be harmful to the human body and to the digestive system. It makes glucose control much more difficult than anything else. And now before we go, just to tell you one thing more, is a real nugget. University of Leeds in England has created a product, a nanomaterial, which is made from gold, and it's a two-dimensional, first time, and it is so thin. It is 1 million times thinner than a human fingernail, and it is 1/5 as thin as a strand of a human hair. So this is for the first time that this nanomaterial, so thin, has been evolved, and it stacks up. Can you believe 0.47 nanometers, which is, I said, 1 millionth time thinner than a fingernail. Now, what's the benefit, you would say? They say that this would enable in a lot of ways. A, it can be used in the medical science and the electronic. Flakes, these nanomaterials would be possible so they can make bendable screens, electric inks, transparent displays. But what's still more important is that it can help solar systems, solar batteries, electronics, and others. And in health, what they say is that when the nanomaterial gold is taken inside, the gold particle, the nanoparticles, would purify the body. They are anti-toxic and they help body fight infections much better. They call it basically nano seaweed, the way seaweed is useful. The same way these nanomaterials would be useful for the human body. As I said, the march of human knowledge continues unabated. We try to catch up with it as much as we can. So we do it again next week. Thank you.